Welcome to the 5 Essentials class. This is the 5 things you need to know to live a healthy life, right? And these are all essentials. And this helps you continue to change the way you view and manage your health away from the disease and treatment model, the model of drugs, shots, and surgeries that treat and manage symptoms of disease, to the holistic health model, which is not about treating symptoms of disease. It's about getting to the root cause, minimizing stresses, breaking bad habits and creating healthy ones so your body can heal itself the way that it's designed. This is reactive and the way to disease and early death. This is proactive and preventative to help you live a great life. And that's part of what we want to do, is help you change the way you view and manage your health as we empower you to live a healthy life naturally through chiropractic and holistic healthcare, right? We talked about this at the Better Results Faster workshop. And this has been the foundation of chiropractic, is that medicine is what causes a man to die. And chiropractic is all about what helps you live better. And that's our focus. The problem is we are so inundated with stress. Life is stressful. It's unnaturally fast-paced. We're constantly being bombarded with traumatic thoughts, toxins, traumas. And these are the causes of subluxation and health problems. 95% of the reasons why you go to your doctor is because of stress. And the 5 Essentials is all about helping you minimize stress so that your body can better adapt and heal itself. Right? That's what it's all about. We're going to go through these 5 Essentials today so you can start incorporating these healthy habits into your life. We're going to cover chiropractic care, nutrition, mindset, fitness, and toxicity. These 5 Essentials effectively will help you minimize stresses and start changing the way that your body adapts. So number 1 is chiropractic care. Your spine and nervous system regulate every function in your body. Every cell, tissue, and organ is connected through your spine and nervous system. That spine is like a suit of armor that regulates the communication from your brain through your brainstem, spinal cord, and nerves. These nerves go out to the muscles, cells, tissues, organs. It's what helps your body adapt to and deal with stress, and it controls everything. So chiropractic is the foundation of health in your body, and it's our number 1 focus of care here in our office. Now, subluxation is the number 1 thing that we focus on. This is what we check for and adjust every single time you're here. And only the chiropractic adjustment corrects subluxations. And chiropractors are the only doctors in the world that are specifically trained to detect and correct subluxations and take care of spinal issues. So if you're having an issue with your spine and nervous system, the most qualified person you could see is a corrective care chiropractor. Not your doctor, not your physical therapist or massage therapist, not the neurosurgeon, not the orthopedist, a chiropractor. Subluxation is many things. It's joint misalignment, it's soft tissue damage, it's inflammation, it's nerve irritation, it's loss of normal movement and function, it's joint fixation, it's elevated stress hormones. And over time, what happens? It takes your body from healthy, normal discs, healthy bones, to degenerated discs, bulging discs, herniated discs, thinned out, and completely desiccated. This all can be prevented and treated with corrective chiropractic care. That's what we focus on from your very initial visit to every time you're here, to your progress exams, and throughout the lifetime of your care. And chiropractic is a lifestyle success strategy. It's something you should be doing for the rest of your life. I started getting adjusted when I was only 16 years old, and I've been adjusted ever since. Not just when I'm in pain, not just when I'm injured. I get adjusted at least once a week. My kids have been getting adjusted since they were born, and they get adjusted consistently at least a couple times a month. Because our goal is prevention and optimal health, not just treatment of back pain and management of symptoms. The reason why subluxation is so devastating and so dangerous to your health is because it's a direct interference to the nerve communication that runs your body. Your body's smart. It has this innate intelligence that controls everything. When you have subluxation, it irritates and interferes with those nerves. It interferes with your body's ability to deal with stress. And it interferes with your body's innate function of regulating health and reversing disease. That's why our number 1 focus is to detect and correct subluxation. And subluxation isn't just something you feel. What most people don't know is that your nerves only feel about 10% about what goes on. 10% detects pain, that's it. So 90% of what regulates your health, you don't feel. So just because you have pain doesn't necessarily mean you have subluxation, and the absence of pain and symptoms does not mean you don't have subluxation. And when you're feeling better, that does not mean subluxation is corrected. It just means that you've gotten out of the acute zone and your body's no longer in significant stress. Because it takes a 40% loss of function to even notice the symptom. So the goal is not just to get you where you're symptom free, it's to get you where you're functioning optimally. That's what corrective care is all about. And that's the difference between pain relief temporary care. You may have been to a chiropractor before where you went in because it hurt. And then when you felt better, you stopped going. Or you went to the person that was on your insurance and you had 6 visits or you had 8 visits to help you feel better. It's all about pain and symptoms. There's typically not an x-ray. There's not an extensive exam. There's not a plan for your care. It's just short-term temporary relief. That's over 90% of chiropractors. Most people that come to our office have been to chiropractors before, and maybe they had good results with pain relief, but usually didn't correct their problem and they're coming back with the same issues. Corrective care chiropractic is different. This is long-term. This is lifetime care. It's all about correcting the cause of the issue, strengthening and stabilizing subluxation, improving the structure and function of your spine over time to help your body work better. That's what it's all about. And that's done in adjustments and therapies here in the office, as well as home care. So you've likely been recommended home care. I hope you've been doing it. Those exercises are designed to mobilize your spine, like brushing your teeth. You do it every single day. Your spine is under stress every day, from gravity itself to posture to repetitive and micro traumas. By doing the tractioning and the wobble exercises and the spinal corrective exercises, you're actually hydrating the discs of your spine. You're bringing blood flow into all the muscles and surrounding tissues, which helps you feel better, but it's also decreasing tension on your brainstem and spinal cord. It's reversing arthritis and disc disease. It's helping increase strength and stability. So those are designed to be done every single day. That's why we give you the home care. That's why we give you the equipment. I hope you're doing it and staying consistent with it. You get that home care kit. You should have a wobble disc. You should have a neck traction. You should have a head weight. You should have pelvic wedges. You should have spinal supportive aids. And we'll be updating these throughout your care. So we'll check in on how your body's adapting, because by doing the home care in addition to the chiropractic care, you're going to get better results faster and you're going to get more long-term benefits as you keep up with it. The most important thing we do by far is the chiropractic adjustment. Our office, we work here as a team. We have multiple doctors. All of our doctors are trained in these advanced chiropractic adjustment techniques. Everyone you see knows exactly what's going on with you, and your adjustments are customized to you every single time that you're here. We check for and adjust these subluxations each time, and that's what reconnects the brain to the body, that regulates everything. When you have subluxation or you're under constant stress, your body gets in what's called sympathetic fight or flight response. That stress response is dangerous to your health. It causes pain and inflammation. It affects your sleep and energy. It affects your metabolism, your digestion, your immune system. It affects your heart and your lungs and the chemicals that regulate your body in a negative way. Stress is okay short term, not good long term. When you get adjustments, it actually helps take your body out of the stress response and into what's called parasympathetic. This is rest and digest. This is healing. This is balanced hormones. This is good sleep, positive energy, recovery. This is what we focus on. It increases with every chiropractic adjustment. So no matter how you feel after that adjustment, whether you feel better, the same, or even noticing new or different issues, as long as we're correcting and reducing subluxation, your body's transitioning out of stress and into a state of healing. And the consistency of those adjustments, the patients who never miss or move their appointments and follow our recommendations for frequency of care, get the best results. And this is why. And these behaviors matter, right? This is a quality of life timeline. So right now, maybe you're not at the best quality of life, or you're starting to see that improve. My hope for each and every one of you is that we continue to see that positive increase in function year after year for the rest of your life. And you get to choose that at the optimal through intensive care, corrective care, and then wellness. Right? Maybe as you start feeling better, you taper that down a little bit, but you're still in a positive trajectory. At minimum, if we just made sure you didn't get any worse over the course of your life and you were able to maintain the level of health you're at right now for years to come, that's still a win. Most people who don't address their issues in a healthy way and just ignore, treat, or manage their symptoms with medical or even holistic care tend to see this, a decline in care. Right? You don't want that. You don't want your quality of life to decline over the years. You're not designed to break down as you get older. That's not normal. Your body's designed to be healthy. That's what's normal. you should be going this way. So that's why chiropractic care is the #1 focus for your health in our office. One of the things to keep your joint healthy, and you may have been given this initially with care, is the joint health perspective, especially if you're over the age of 50. After the age of 50, your body stops producing things like collagen and other healthy amino acids that are essential to the health of your joints and bones. So there are natural alternatives. People will take ibuprofen. People will take Aleve. People will take muscle relaxers. People will get injections. All these dangerous side effect medical treatments don't improve the quality and health of your joints and maybe at best minimize symptoms. By doing the curcumin, that's a natural anti-inflammatory that helps systemically reduce inflammation in a healthy way. The collagen is what makes up your bones, discs, connective tissues. And the joint health supports the health of your joints for better hydration and mobility. So one of the best ways to help your joints stay healthy is get this joint health bundle. We can help you with that here in the office and how nutrition and other lifestyle factors actually improve the health of your physical spine and joints in your body. Nutrition also plays a big role in this, right? You are what you eat. Nutrition is essential. And what we really want to focus on is the quality of your food. There's so many processed, unhealthy foods out there, toxic-laden foods, nutrient-deficient foods, herbicides and pesticides, genetically modified foods. So what you want to look for as much as possible is this USDA organic sticker, right? We want to minimize the toxins in your food, the herbicides, the pesticides, the additives, the hormones, the antibiotics. By getting this, you know that none of that stuff's in there. We also want to avoid all genetically modified foods because those are the most toxic. So you want to look for this specific non-GMO verified. And you want to pay attention especially to the quality of your meats and dairy products, that they are from their natural resources. Fish should be wild caught from the ocean. Cows should be grazing in the pastures, eating grass. The poultry should be free range, eating what they're supposed to be eating, not locked up in a cage, not given a bunch of drugs and shots and unhealthy foods that are unnatural to them that make them sick. Because if you eat sick animals, that makes you sick too. So that's why we want to focus on 3 simple things that can really change your nutrition. #1 is you want to avoid sugar and unhealthy carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrates can be healthy for you in the form of vegetables, healthy fiber, but we don't want to get white breads, we don't want to get white pastas, we don't want to get all the sugar-laden foods, high fructose corn syrups. All those are so toxic to your body. So if you start looking for your ingredients list, if you start avoiding anything with sugar or simple carbohydrates, chips and snacks and all these unhealthy things that are so widely available in the standard American diet, you're going to be on your pathway to eating better. #2 is you want to pay attention to the quality of your proteins. And I just mentioned that. Make sure you're getting these animals from their natural source. Pay the couple of extra dollars to get the organic grass-fed beef. Pay the extra to get the pasture-raised eggs. Pay the little bit extra to get the organic raw dairy. Get the wild-caught fish. And if you can't afford to do those, minimize the sources of proteins that you're getting in there and get the ones that are less expensive to provide for your family. And then #3 is you want to affect fats, healthy fats. The unhealthy fats come in damaged oils, hydrogenated oils, trans fat types oils, canola oils. All the healthy oils are so damaging for you. And all the nasty saturated fats. This is like a McDonald's burger. This is processed foods. These are unhealthy fats. There's a lot of good fats that are great for you. Avocados, olive oil, coconut oil, right? Fats from healthy proteins and dairies. These fats are essential to your body and you actually need them for energy. We want to place energy from sugar and carbohydrates to sugar and proteins and healthy energy from fats. And that's the key to getting on the way to getting there. And we go through these in more depth in our workshops, so make sure you're signing up for those too. There's 2 plans that you want to focus on in your nutrition. There's the core plan, and this is the sustainable plan. You don't want to think about a diet, right? Nobody loves to be on a diet. In a diet, food is the enemy. When on a healthy nutrition plan, food is an asset. When you think of food as fuel and an asset for you versus I have to eat these things on a diet or I have to avoid these things on a diet, that's not sustainable. So we want to have lots of healthy fats and get all the damaged unhealthy fats. We want to eat those natural proteins. We want to look for more whole and ancient grains that are non-GMO, that are more organic, that are sprouted in their healthier natural forms. And we want to get a variety of colored foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, because these have all the micro and macronutrients that your body needs. And you can do this sustainably for the rest of your life. If you're currently in a health challenge, you want to lose weight, you have a metabolic disorder, you have an immune deficiency, you have a digestive problem, you have food allergies or intolerances, you're in chronic pain, the advanced plan can help you work through that. This is where we're cutting out all grains and sugar, right? We want to get any sources of inflammation and harm to your body out of there. We even want to have some low sugars, fruits, and berries. We still want to stay with the healthy fats and get more of those, and healthy proteins. We have a nutritionist here, and we can certainly help you. You should have gotten some books when you first started, the mini books that actually talk about the advanced plan and the core plan. We want to work you through that, so that way you feel comfortable with what that looks like. So as a reminder, number one, let's start changing your meats and dairies, right? Get healthy animal foods from their natural environment. If you eat healthy things, it will make you healthy. If you eat unhealthy things that are sprayed with a bunch of chemicals and junk, that are fed unhealthy food and are sick themselves, that makes you sick. Right? We want to make sure you're getting through this. Also, you want to look for what's called the dirty dozen. At minimum, you want to make sure that you're getting these areas here organic. Strawberries, spinach, most greens and fruits, grapes, cherries, pears, bell peppers, tomatoes. These are the highest sprayed toxic foods that anything you're eating, the outside or the skin, you want to make sure is organic 100%. This side over here, the Clean 15, doesn't necessarily need to be organic because it actually has a hard shell, like an avocado or a pineapple or an onion. You peel the outside before you eat it. So if you're wanting to be on a budget or save money, these must be organic. These can go either way. And as you're making changes in your nutrition, you want to make sure you're staying well hydrated. Water is so essential. Your brain, your nervous system, the disc of your spine, all your cells and tissues, they require hydration. Your body's made up of mostly water. And as a rule of thumb, you should be drinking at least half your body weight in ounces per day. Winter, summer, any time of year. Sometimes more, never less. You want to get filtered clean water. You absolutely never want to drink just tap water. And minerally filtered, like through a Brita or through your fridge, helps get some of the bigger toxins out, but doesn't get a lot of the microtoxins that you need. So you want to have a good filtration system to drink clean water at your house. It's one of the best things that you can do for yourself and your family. And you want to make sure that water is a part of your daily habit. Set a goal for your water each day and making sure that you're staying well hydrated. You also want to supplement for nutrients that you're typically deficient in. One of my absolute favorites is the Daily Essentials. There's one for men, there's one for women, and there's essentials for children as well. The reason why this is important is because our food is very nutrient deficient, right? Due to excessive farming, due to genetically modified herbicides and pesticides and so many other factors, the amount of nutrients that you need aren't always in your food, which is why it's important to supplement with these things. The Daily Essentials pack has just that, the Daily Essentials. For as little as $3 a day, you can get vitamin D, vitamin B complex, magnesium, a multivitamin, and omegas. This helps with all the different systems of your body, all the cells of your body, to make sure you have everything that you need. I do these every single day. It comes in a convenient pack like this. If you didn't get this initially, make sure you're getting this and put this on as part of your routine. We even have a subscribe and save where you can save 5 to 10% on your supplements every month, and they automatically get to you every month here in the office. So again, if you're wanting to get more of these nutrients or have questions about this, ask us. We're here to help you. We want to make sure you're equipped to be healthy in your nutrition and all your other essentials. The third thing we want to focus on is your mindset. Mindset is extremely important. Emotional stress is one of the stressors that interferes with your health. Number one is we want to really look at, are you trying to treat something or are you trying to prevent health issues? Is your goal just to feel better or do you want to function better? When you start to ask yourself those questions and decide where you want to go, it makes a big difference. We all have those things that we know we should do, right? Those goals that we're going to do next week or next month, or when we have more time, or when we have more money, or when our schedule's less full, or I feel a little bit better. What's stopping you from taking action on your health now? What's stopping you from investing in yourself now? Whatever that may be, it could be fear of failure in the past. It could be fear of what it may cost. It could be uncertainty of the future. The only thing we can really control in all those aspects is what you do right now. Taking positive action today will likely lead to what you want in the future. You can't change the past. You can't predict the future. You can only focus on what you do right now. Right? So encourage you to look for what may be stopping you or interfering or slowing you down from this and changing your priorities. A lot of people say that being healthy is expensive. If you look at the research and you understand the truth, the most expensive thing ever is being sick. Being sick is radically expensive. The biggest cost for most people in retirement is medical bills. The number one cause of bankruptcy in America is medical bills. And these are people with health insurance. The average person in America spends now almost $9,000 a year on medical care. That's insurance premiums, that's medical visits, that's medications, that's time lost from work or activities, over $9,000. And that's just the average. Most people are doing more than that. And say you have a family of 4, that's $36,000 that's being spent. What if you took that money and invested it in your health? Many of the families that are under care long-term in our office decrease their insurance plans, don't end up going to the doctor, aren't taking medications, and they actually spend less on their health care as a result of investing in your health. And I encourage you to do the same. Think of these changes you're making as lifetime changes. These aren't just temporary changes. You don't just do chiropractic care until your back feels better. You don't just eat better until you lose weight. You don't just work on your mindset and your fitness until you get to a certain way that you look or feel. These are things you do for the rest of your life to prevent and have that positive upward trajectory that we talked about. And by understanding the stresses that are in your life, like social media, the news, negatively influencing relationships, you have these things in your life that you know create a negative impact. They take away, not give back. So I encourage you this year to look at what are the things that's giving you life and encourage you to be at your best. And what are the things that's taking away from that and distracting the things you need to do, and start minimizing and removing those things as much as possible. And even with these healthy strategies, you're still going to have stress. So you want to have peace management techniques that you use. There are things that you can do to change your body's stress response that are simple and free. Something as simple as meditation can help reduce stress, and stress hormones like cortisol can change the neurotransmitters to your brain, and is even shown for some people to reverse some types of disease. It's pretty amazing. You can do it at home on your own. There's all kind of guidance and books and online and YouTube. I encourage you to look into this. Also, deep breathing. Something as simple as box breathing. I encourage you to try this either right now or next time you're in a stressful situation. That sympathetic fight or flight we talked about can also be influenced by your breath. Fight or flight stress is short, shallow breaths. That's stress. You can actually counteract that and tell your brain everything's okay by doing deep breathing, box breathing. 4 seconds in your nose. Hold for 4 seconds. 4 seconds out your mouth. Hold for 4 seconds. Do this for a minute or two and see how much better you feel. And use this as a strategy. Next time you're in a stressful situation, you're sitting in traffic, you have an argument with your spouse, you have a negative interaction with somebody, take a break and take a breath. Also, make sleep a priority. Most people, they're not getting enough sleep. When you're not sleeping, your body can't heal and recover. When you're not sleeping, you put your body in a stress state. You're going to have more inflammation. You're going to have worse metabolism. Your immune system's going to be weaker. Your recovery is going to be worse. So as you're incorporating healthy habits, make sleep a priority. Turn off the TV. Turn off the social media. Turn off your devices. Have a plan for when you want to go to sleep. And then we'll work on things that you can do along the way to help your body functioning better. Typically by this time in your care, you've been here for a month or two, you're already sleeping better. So one of the biggest things we see in patients initially, I'm sleeping better. We have entire workshops on how to sleep better. So we're here to support you in these peace management techniques so that way you can help your body better adapt to the emotional stresses that are around us all the time. So here's some steps that you can incorporate. Have a morning and nighttime routine. Have a plan for your day. How do you want to start your day? Do you just go into the day and hit it right there and stress immediately? Or do you take some time to think about what you want and have some affirmations and vision for your life and journal and all the things that you want? And at the end of the day, kind of assess where you are. What are the things you're grateful for? What went well? What didn't go well? Kind of wind down and get all those things out of your brain. Get some quality sleep for the next day. Start a habit of journaling. Spend more time in nature. Get rid of those negative relationships. Get into positive communities where people are going in the same direction as you and they support you, not bring you down. Start reading more consistently from an actual book, right? There's something that happens when you read from a book. Something as little as 5 or 10 pages a day can really change how you adapt to stress. Make time and actually plan it in your schedule for creativity and fun and play, not just a to-do list of all the stuff that you got to get done. When you start making your health and your life a priority, you're going to see that you show up better and you are better. One of those healthy habits that help with stress is exercise. Exercise is a vital part of a stressful life and can't be ignored. So for some of you that maybe aren't moving or exercising at all right now, start simple. Just start moving where you can. Walk a little bit more. Find some activities that you enjoy. Park farther away from the store. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Little things to create movement in your life as much as possible. Find that limiting factor again that's keeping you from doing what you want to do. Don't set the barrier so high. It doesn't have to be 6 days a week at the gym for an hour. That's not always sustainable. Maybe it's a 20-minute walk 3 days a week. Maybe it's some light workouts at home. Maybe it's pickleball for you. Maybe it's walking the dog. Whatever it may be, get yourself moving, because as you start moving, even if it's hard now, it creates energy and momentum, which creates more energy and makes you want to do more of these things. Just because you can't go outside right now or don't have equipment does not mean you can't exercise. You can do exercises alone, at home, for free, with no equipment, even just your body weight. So find reasons to move, minimize the limiting barriers, build momentum. As mobility becomes easier, you can start doing more. Along with your home care, start doing some push-ups, even on the wall, chair squats, right? Going for walks. Do some body weight exercise at least 2 days a week. A 30-minute walk a day reduces heart attack risk by 50%. So many positive benefits come from exercise. You just got to start. Even if you just went for a 5-minute walk today, you went around the block. Just start doing something. And you'll start to see, as you start building more lean muscle, you start to feel better. Your skeletal system gets stronger. One of the best ways to prevent aging and mental and physical breakdown as you get old is to maintain muscle mass. So key. And that's as simple as just moving your body and exercising. If you're struggling with that right now, you have joint issues, disc and nerve problems, things that are limiting you from exercising, you physically can't do it, we're here to help you. We have things here in the office that we can do for you to help you overcome that naturally and get back to exercising and moving again. The last thing we want to focus on is toxicity, chemical stresses. Again, we have entire workshops on just this because toxicity is such a problem. For now, we're going to go through some of the basics. Number one, start minimizing toxins in your home. This is where they exist the most. We already talked about food. That's where a lot of those toxins lie. So already making changes in your nutrition is helping you in this aspect. But also pay attention to your cleaning products. Make sure you dust and vacuum often and use an air purifier. Change out your air filters consistently to get all that stuff out of the air. Open windows whenever possible. This different times a year can be different, right? During the winter especially, you're mostly inside and you're using this recycled air and you're not opening the windows as much. As it gets into spring and summer, open the windows more, right? Get fresh air in as often as possible. Use a water filter. We talked about that. Use quality, non-toxic products. Here's a resource for you that you can use. Scan these QR codes on your phone. This is for personal care products. This is for cleaning products. This is the Environmental Working Group site. You can even download an app on your phone where you can go through and scan all the different products and foods in your house to find out which ones are toxic and which ones are not. And you want to start changing those out, right? Take your toxic things out of there. Take your Glade plugins out of the wall and start using essential oils. Stop using 409 and Clorox bleach and start using vinegar, or start using essential oils or non-toxic natural cleaners, right? There's so many alternatives to the things that you're using now that maybe you just don't know about. That's why we're here to help you. Here's some tips you can do for toxic exposure. Again, as a reminder, USDA organic, 100% grass-fed organic meats, cold water fresh caught fish, raw organic dairy, avoiding the processed foods. We've talked about this, and now we're mentioning it for the third time because it's that vital. Use clean, healthy body care and household products. Eliminate plastic. Change out the filters in your home. Avoid smoking and excess drinking. We know these things aren't good for us. And start getting in detoxifying nutrients. Magnesium, chlorella, superoxide dismutase, psyllium, activated charcoal, proteins. These are things that you can get that actually help stimulate toxic dump in your body. improve your detox pathways. We also have detox systems in the office. We have a cell core detox, which is a 120-day, full body, extensive detox. Some people who have long-term toxicity issues, autoimmune disorders, brain fog, constant migraines that aren't going away, digestive imbalances could benefit from this. The detox system, this is something you should do at least once or twice a year. At minimum, this is changing your body's filter. We have this here in the office. This is a 30-day system. It brings all the toxins out of your cells and tissues. It strengthens all your detox pathways. You should be doing this at least a couple of times a year. Again, we can help you with this. What level of detox may you need? Do you need just the detox system? Do you need the full-blown detox? Have you ever even done a detox in your life? Do you do it consistently? We are your health guides to walk you through these 5 essentials to minimize the stresses of your life. So remember, everyone is designed to be healthy. Everyone deserves to be healthy. Through these 5 essentials, our vision is to empower you to take control of your health so that way you can live the best life and get natural, drug-free solutions. And remember that chiropractors are the only doctors that detect and correct subluxation. That's why that's the most important thing we do. And the best thing you can do for you and your family to be healthier this year and beyond is to make sure everybody's getting checked for subluxation. And I want to end on this. This is so vital and one of the best studies that's ever been done on long-term chiropractic care. This study was done on hundreds of patients over 7 years, where they followed these patients around. And what they found was, in the chiropractic group who are receiving regular chiropractic care, which is defined as at least 2 times a month or more, saw over that 7-year period 60% less hospitalizations. When they were in the hospital, 59% less days. And during that time, 62% less outpatient surgeries. So I don't know about you. Who wants to take more hospital visits this year? Not me. Who loves getting surgeries? Nobody. Here's the big one. 85% less pharmaceutical costs. When you do the extensive research right now and look at the truth that most doctors won't tell you, the #1 cause of death in this country is not heart disease, it's not cancer, it's not diabetes, it's not Alzheimer's. It's medical care itself. It's medications, it's shots, it's surgeries, it's all the side effects of all these things. And you can avoid that for you and your family by embracing chiropractic care in the 5 essentials and doing this for the rest of your life. That's what's radically changed my life and my family's life. That's what we want for you. And we've seen those results with thousands and thousands of families here in this community for the past 12 years. So I look forward to celebrating those wins for you and your family.